What's going on, everyone, everywhere? Welcome back to another video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video out, and do everything else you did for everyone else for your boy as well. Listen, man, look here, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. We gonna touch on some things too. I gotta let you know what it is and what it ain't with electricity, man. Let's just get this all ripped so you can go ahead and skip to where you want in the video. How the video gonna go down. I'm gonna go over the gear and the mods, right? This first trinket setup and alternative trinkets second. We're gonna do our artifact setup. Then we're gonna do stats, our augments, our allies, our skill point spec, and then our loadouts, right? Now get some alternative loadouts if you don't have certain abilities or certain, white lantern ring, blue lantern ring, iconics, etc. Right? On top of that, we're gonna also be discussing more when we get to the loadout section, the various types of healings that electricity can do. I know I went ahead and I'm gonna say it on record again. Water is the most versatile healer, and arguably, in my opinion, the best healer. But electricity is not sharing that luxury whatsoever at all. Okay, so let's just get into it, and then once we get to the loadout section, I'll go ahead and explain what I mean by that, as well as what versions and what loadouts I do have for you, and how does the artifacts, set up or spec of things, how does that factor into play? Now, for our general consensus, we are going to have our weapon spec. I thought I already had it. But yeah, so I like to go ahead and generally speaking do blast adapter. But if you actually want to legitimately give you just a little bit more actual oomph, if you will, I would do replenish adapter. Yes, there is a restorative adapter that will heal people for you. The healing on that scaling is horrible. It's better to just get the little bit more power that you get with this, and then use this will give you enough power to hit an ability. That ability will just do more healing than the mod will do for you. Okay, so it's just that simple. Plus, most time when we are like spamming out weapons like that, we're doing that for power. So this giving us more power, hand in hand together we can kind of deal. So is that head mod, ultimate supercharge. Come on now, like if you're healing, everybody knows meta stuff for healing. It's gonna be EOG spam healer. Um, but like I said, we'll touch on that here in just a sec. I'll even touch on the artifacts just to like speed it up. Okay, but because that is meta and because there's nothing really else that's gonna be worthwhile, and it's the ultimate mod anyways, the ultimate supercharge head mod, extra 15% back whenever you use any supercharge. It's just gonna be so good, and it's 15% that's granted to us in general, not 15% of the supercharge we use. So if we use a 2,500 supercharge, we don't get 15% of that. No, we get 1,500 supercharge. So we get more than half. Okay. Next, we got fortified assault. I was recommended this, and I see why people like this. You could go ahead and, of course, do your extra restoration and stuff. That does require you to kind of keep hitting enemies, though, as opposed to this right here. It's just extra 10%. We're not blocking majority of the time because we are healing, and when you're healing, you're not blocking your abilities. Extra 10%, we're gonna stay alive, stay up. Hopefully not get one-shotted or just bombarded by ads. So hey, by all means, it's just good. Back, ultimate accelerated powers. If you don't have the ultimate version, cool accelerated powers. Your shield come back quicker. Your supercharge generator has a chance to reset. They are just pretty good, and it's just nice to just have. Okay, the shield cooldown is long, and this helps, like I said, accelerate that. Chest, I got penetrating strikes just for the pure damage side of things. You don't really worry about the damage side as a healer, but because I actually do DPS as well, this is something that I want to have for DPS. Now, if you're just doing pure healing, I would definitely take the one where your powers have reduced cost. Okay, So power cost reduction one. I'll take that mod first. If not, you could do your where your power reserve tank is increased. So your total power essentially is increased. And if you don't know how power regeneration works, it goes off your total power. That's something to factor in. Okay. Now legs, I don't have anything here because there's not really anything worth while using. The ultimate mods more go for damage because it's a crit based thing for like actual damage abilities. You're not worried about that for healing, so it's not really there for me. In terms of our feat, Tumbling Master is just good quality of life. We don't get interrupted. You get a shield if you perform the dodge and all that jazz too. So that is very, very nice for survivability. Dodging mechanics and whatnot, so we're not getting, just completely obliterated if they interrupt our dodge and then just jump on us and kill us. So it's to help us out in those sticky situations. Hands is the same way as the chest for damage, so not for healing in that regard. But if you are going for healing, you can do a restorative shield. That's a pretty good one as well. You can also do max damage. Is also just something to utilize. A little more damage for squad. Never hurt nobody. Now, affinity mods type A and B, I do have for might. That is for my damage side of things. Like I said, that's where you get the most utilization there. But for healing, you can definitely go. I would personally go power, get extra 2% power. But just for survivability, I'll go health. Now, if you want to crank it up and do something kind of bold, but also very, very good, you don't really need more resto. Like, more resto is nice, yes, but it's not inherently needed in that regard. I would actually go with both of them dominance. Now, if you don't know what dominance do, come over here to stats. Dominance is going to increase your healing and your shields, like how durable your shields are, how many hits can they take. That's definitely something I would do right there. Now, type C is very, very good. Healing conservation mod, pretty much use your priority heal, and then after that, your superpower that you use after has a reduced power cost, which is very, very good. If we reduce the power cost, we have more power available, thus we have more power to heal more people. Works on army. Type D is very, very nice. Think of it like electrogenesis, but invisible. Just people who are near you get healed. It's very, very good. Now, in terms of our trinket setup, I do have a tier 3 mother box pet. You could go ahead if you want to be like more pure healer. Definitely throw in the Death Blossom seed. You get this from the spring seasonal, which is coming up here soon. You could go ahead and throw in a Heartbreak. Now, Heartbreak will debuff enemies, so it helps if you don't have a troll. That's also, potential one to throw in there. And then you could go ahead and use the Chanter's Sunken Rune. That's from the summer season, okay? And this will give you power back. So that's very, very nice. Or you can always throw in a Boo, like Baby Boo and whatnot. On top of doing a whole bunch of stuff. If I'm not mistaken, several of the Boos, they have the ability to give you a shield. I'm pretty sure Baby Boo does. Yep, also shields you. Yep. So Baby Boo does just give you a shield, so it's very nice to have that as well. Now you can also just throw in a sidekick, but I would say don't. Like the other stuff's just worth using over it. Like the debuff's worth it, the extra healing's worth it. Shield, if you absolutely need it, it's worth it. Just the pure damage of Mother Box is very, very good, so that's worth it. And the worst comes to worst, Breakout Trinket. Definitely worth it. Especially against stun like crazy, worth it. And absolute worst case scenario, you can do a buff trinket. I mean, there's that, but why would you again? So, hey, there's that. Envirotech Trinket. Henchman. They give you a little bubble. Then Marvel Overwatch. I said Marvel Overwatch. Essentially, what it is, Marvel Rivals is, a hero shooter just like Overwatch. And it's going to put out all these little bubbles. The bubbles give you healing and control resist. Control effects resist. So that's very, very good. It can be for you, for your teammates, whoever. So I just like to use them for extra little healing bits. Supply drop, of course, because we're healers, we should be dropping this anyways for everybody. And then Orbital help out with damage. Now, in terms of actual artifact, this is something that we need to touch on. So, with electricity, it's not as versatile as the water. So, you don't really have the variation of just doing shield healing, or shield based healing. So, that's kind of off the card table. You could do, especially because one of the shields, if you didn't know, like, I'm going to go to the loadout real quick. One of the shields is Group Transducer, which is a 10k supercharge cost. So to actually prompt and proc this regularly, you would have to EOG spam anyways. So yeah, EOG spam is kind of baked in regardless. If you wanted to just regular, EOG spam heal or shield heal, regardless of the fact, you have the EOG spam. On top of that, if you are wanting to just regular, smegular, no EOG at all, just heal, just pure heal. I mean, you could do that. You would put in like purified pages and a transformation card instead of Gemini and Scrap Soul Call respectively. I would definitely still probably keep Razor's Power Battery because Razor's just a main staple in the healing marketplace, if you will. Because nothing really else is worth using past that point. Past you use Transformation and Purify Pages. And both those are really like damage arts that also can give you so much healing. Like this gives you so much resto. Like 30% extra resto. Plus 45% incoming healing. Plus extra 30% fight, which will help us empower back too. Plus any heals that are buffed up by the crazy amount of resto, it's just gonna crit. Yeah, Electric's already like very heavily like burst heavy. So this just takes up to 10 to where anything that you hit is gonna fully heal the entire group. So yeah, that's lovely. You could do like a Clarion and all that, but that gets into like some weird stuff. And I just wouldn't. Let's just say that. I just wouldn't. This is a very weird and interesting playstyle that tries to be oddly battle heal, but it mainly works for tanks actually better. I don't know, it's strange. That also goes for the Demon Fang too. Yeah. Anyways, you could also, if for like pure healing thing, you could do Omega, which helps your power regeneration a little bit, but also gives you like Might and Prex, so that's okay, I guess. But yeah, you honestly, because of like the artifacts setup is kind of weird. Even like Philosopher's Stone, you could use that if you really wanted to. Um, artifact setup is just weird in general. Technically, you could use Strategist card, but that's kind of a crap artifact at this point. Like I said, it's artifacts like these are the 5 artifacts that allow you to pretty much do anything. So, Page is essentially healer's biocap and artifact cranked up because it makes your group heal more like biocap itself. So it's just biocap for healers on a more regular basis. Buff healer, extra damage, extra healing. Everyone does 10% more damage once you get fully maxed out. Buff healing, EOG spam. Not much else to say. This is just good for power cost and getting the shield in case your tank is just getting crapped on out the wazoo. And for the heal over time for your electric, like for us. EOG spam. So the fact that you got these 5 allow you to essentially circumvent anything and allows you to be like an all-in-one healer. So you can do pure healing because you have Purple Healing Ray and Page and Razors. As well as EOG spam because you have Scrap and Gemini. You have Buff Healer too because you have Razors. And let's say you have Buff and Debuff Healer because you could. Oh look, Heartbreak. Throw that in the mix instead of your Mother Box. There you go. Now you guys already saw what I'm working with in terms of stat. I got 1.5 million health, about almost 900k powers, 894,000 power. For defense, I got 628,000. For resto, I have 514,000 and some change. For resto, I have almost 160,000. For Doms, I have 140,000. For CR, I am at 514, so that is pretty decent. And there's the rest of my actual crits and weaponization rating. For the augments, I keep the damage augments because they just give me nice stats for might stuff. When I'm on damage side, min-max actually matters. Like min-maxing healing does not matter at all. I would actually advise against it personally. That's just me, and I feel comfortable healing, so it's easy for me. Now, I do have both rings fully maxed out, as you see. Now, that does give me extra resto, extra dominance, extra fight for the white lantern ring, and extra resto and fight for the blue lantern ring. So it's just good in that respective. I don't have on my origin augments leveled up fully to the new max is 442 rank, so I do got some ways to go there, but they're decently high up. They're all above 400, so that's decent. Now, like I said, because I am doing a kind of jack of all trades kind of one, John Constantine is a great buff to all the allies. If you're not going to be using him, you could do Death Metal Batman to debuff the enemies. If you're not going to do that either, for some reason or another, you can definitely do like Shazam here. He will do decent damage, and the grand scale of like all the other ones outside the outliers like Superboy and Mr. Freeze. Superboy being like number one, Mr. Freeze being number two. Shazam's actually up there. Like he's a slightly above average. Let's put it that way. And he heals the team, so that's good. The only other one, if I'm not mistaken, that does this was it Nubia? Yep, heals members, pushes people back, and heals the group. So Nubia would be another one that could be a great combat ally, if you will. Okay. Now, in terms of our support ally, because we are EOG spamming or getting that in the mix as well, another 15% here. Plus 15 we have on the helmet. That is 30 off rip for anything that we use. So that's net positive automatically for Iron Gemini, plus an additional, let's say we use 6%, so that's 36% supercharge increase. It's just going to be good nonetheless. Okay, Flash is number one ally right now. He's just really, really good. So there's that. Black Adam, power of 10, supercharge generators, generates more supercharge. If you use a Hope Wave, keep in mind this only happens on the first proc of Hope Wave, not the combos of it. So that is something to keep in mind. If not, you can always still go back to Unreliable, Luck of the Draw. Just get the extra crit chance. It does affect your magnitude and all that. The power generation is good. The health is good too for survivability. The dominance, resto, and fight is all good as well. So Luck of the Draw is definitely something to heavily consider if you're not going to use Black Adam. If not, you can still also use Shazam, Purity of Heart, if you're going to be really using your weapon attacks like that. Other than that, it'll really just be Static Surge, which is essentially another transformation card just for healing on a cooldown. But yeah, those are those. For our actual spec, I do spec in the brawling and do the full weapon mastery. Now, how do you get like the different cross combo weapon mastery stuff? You gotta get brawling mastery first. You get brawling mastery by, as it says, really you collect or spin a skill point on all the different combos. Once you have all combos unlocked, then you do the brawling mastery. Same thing for martial arts, as you see. That's the other one I need. Do all the combos, and then martial arts mastery. Then when you come down, you are free to choose now for all the ones you did. I can get two-handed, I can only get martial arts, and what we want is Sheriff of Storm. Great recharging of power, great damage, very quick, so it allows us to keep like healing on the go. It's good all the way around. For movement, get your go fast, and if you have over 500 skill points, definitely get your breakout mastery. It's going to be very, very crucial that you get on top of that as fast as possible. Now, in terms of everything else, I like to just keep pools and stuff for like certain feats or certain mechanics and whatnot. Other than that, I mean, dash attack is good, or the equivalent, where you are free from control effect, you get a shield on you and all that. It's just good for EOG spamming since it's a low power cost one. What I really like though, instead of dash attack itself, is honestly, even though I don't get the shield, it's meta by a boost. It breaks me, it pretty much is a breakout and heal over time. So it's like breakout and soda combined. Um, as opposed to this one, it's just a breakout with a shield. Now I do face dodge for me personally because there's certain feats where face dodge actually contributes to it. I did spend an extra speed drain. That's only if you want to use it. You don't have to, but these are extra little ones that I'm kind of sussing out, if you will. Now, Amazon deflection, another feat thing. Clown box, another feat thing. Hardlight shield, just in case. Mesmer lasso, just in case. Don't get none of these. I would get pheromone bloom. Maybe sunstone dust blast if you are able to get it. Other than that, no, nothing else is really worth it. You could do all in one because we were kind of in that ballpark anyways, since we can debuff with our ally and pet. You could give out power word power, so there's something definitely there. But to recap, pretty much for our current spec, you just use pheromone bloom. Out of all of these, just pheromone bloom only. For our stat points, you also super high focus, extra power regeneration is going to be crucial when you're kind of spamming out or when in doubt. You can't hit the boss or you just still need to have enough power to sustain your stuff if the troll's not there. Super high focus is always going to be there for you. Critical healing chance, critical healing magnitude, then restoration in that order. Then after that, what I like to do is ideally get every last skill node to 20. Now I'm explaining why each one. Then once I get everything 20, then I'll get Resto, then Dominance to 100, then Health to 100, then Mind Power to 100. Then after that, and I fully spec'd into the Restoration, dump everything else to Mind Power, right? But why am I getting Precision? Well, Precision, the more damage you do with your combo, your Weapon Mastery, the more power you should be generating. That's also why I spec into Vite a little bit, so I get a little bit more vitalization to regenerate just a little bit more power, make it easier for me to be without a troll, because I've been without a troll so many times now. So, gotta account for that. Now, Dominance, I've already said, increase our healing and our shields, health, survivability, and then power. Mind Power, we're only really using for the power aspect, just so we don't run out of power and make sure our Prec and Vites here that we are specking into doesn't go to waste, essentially. Now, in terms of actual loadout, you'll kind of see it's a running theme. We pretty much have a shield into our 8-man heal. That's also with the safety net, the original, essentially, Page of Destiny. Another shield with Arc Lightning. Arc Lightning is actually very, very good. This is also your kind of like a flex skill, if you will. Some people like to really run Beacon of Hope. I don't care for it personally, just because the size of it is too small. That's my main gripe with it. If you really want to run like a heal over time, Electrogenesis could be good. But Electrogenesis is only really good when you have you and the other person kind of standing on top of each other, but you're also standing on top of the entire group. So there's that. Recover by Electric Surge, of course. Group heal, party heal. Then we have Group Transducer, which are 10k. Everybody has a shield. One of the best shields in the entire game. Very, very good. Hope Wave Strength. I was thinking God Wave Strength. Hope Wave is a shield generator. If you do not have it, you can definitely put in a stack push. But Hope Wave, I'll do the full combo. It's very, very good. And at the very end of the combo, it also heals. Pheromone Bloom, like I said, 250. So this generate enough super to get up to 10k kind of deal. And then another 2,500 since, oh hey, these will kind of, 30-second cooldown, 15. Then hopefully by that generation of the positive, then we'll have a Group Transducer, which is pretty much why we're feeding both of these into that. It's very much worth it. They're healed. People are healed over time and prevented from like any damage. So it's pretty much, oh crap, everyone needs to not die button. Empower and Pulse, because we do still, even though we're not using Beacon of Hope to get the buff and the healing over time, we still want that buff, the 10% might buff, which once again we're buffing the team. And it is a group heal, so it helps with our Page of Destiny and synergizes with that, as well as just becoming a good, powerful heal. Now we got Galvanize. Galvanize is our main staple, is our cross-pollination / the only heal over time that electricity is really going to ever use. So there's that. Now in terms of actual like, what's our rotation look like? I still use the same group heal and priority heal kind of combo. Priority heal again if I need it. I'll also do the same with this group heal to Galvanize. Do the same kind of function. I kind of always make sure that the Empower and Pulse always goes off. And for them, if it's a oh crap situation, Flux into Biocap. Biocap heals everybody. Flux them, keep everybody shielded. If everyone's not shielded, or the people I don't want shielded is shielded for some reason, then I'm gonna do Arc Lightning into Life Shield, which should hopefully help target the tank a little bit better. But nonetheless, you kind of see what we're working with here. This is pretty much all we got for our healing setup. Now I did do a battle healer, but I spent a whole video on that. If you want to just see a glimpse of it, here it is here. DPS gear, of course. Those are trinkets, artifacts, stats, ally, spec, but yeah, nonetheless, that is all I have for y'all. Actually, this kind of covers everything. Does a slightly bit of damage, but that's what the battle heals are really for. But our actual main healer is it's a EOG spam healer. It's a buff healer. It's a regular healer, if you will, like a pure healer, so to speak. And it just does everything. The only thing it doesn't really do is spam out a crap ton of shields, but it can do that with the Flux Shield, the Life Shield, and then Group Transducer Shield as well. Without further ado, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, y'all take care. Peace and shalom, everyone, everywhere. Let me know in the comment section down below what loadouts you be using, as well as what power I should be doing next. Keep in mind, I am pulling the giveaway, or compiling the list right now, and pulling the giveaway winners for the giveaway winner for Sunstone Dust Blast. We're going to have a announcement video for the Nemesis Lasso giveaway. We're still going to do the Bass Swarm giveaway, and I have the Premium Warbox giveaway coming up very, very soon. Style contest also coming out very, very soon as well. So without further ado, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, y'all take care. Peace and shalom, everyone, everywhere.